Alrighty, welcome back, folks. So we have the return of Schnitzi, and let me just bring up his Discord message here. I'm not entirely sure how long this one's gonna take. I don't think it's gonna be that long. But from his description, I'll try not to spoil anything. It's it's gonna be interesting. That's that's all I asked for, and I think he's about to deliver. So right off the bat, we have complete rotation to the southern flank. His strategy is basically based around the fact that on the south side here, if his opponent SSDDS, we'll call him. I already called some other guy Steve. We'll call him Todd. So if Todd here, if he wants to cycle troops to the south, he has to go across these two bridges. Now, Todd does have two cities on the south side, so he does have cycling ability if he's trying to, recuperate um, his health. But if you want to have access to the rest of his cities, you're gonna have to go across. Okay, now we have some really bold moves right here. We have a full offensive across the entire river line. He's just walking in right here. Because of how close the capitals are, I think the power projection is like it's almost fairly even. So you can afford to do this without being encircled. We have incursion on the northern side here of the south flank. And Schnitzi, dude, you need to relieve this man. Okay, the capital is at the risk of being lost. The south is at risk of being flanked. Not really. If he pulls out right now, he can easily bypass that. We have an armor unit that's trying to penetrate through to the back line, but decides not to. Gets himself encircled. The capital is about to fall. Oh boy. All right. There goes the capital. Red has, Todd has taken the capital. Okay, so Schnitzi now has to make some moves. The southern flank is at risk of encirclement as well, but he's counter encircled. He's isolated, one armor, one light. Now Todd decides to withdraw. Yeah, okay, I can see that. We have a breakthrough. One lone armor unit has broken through and has capped the city on the south. Now, it's not completely Jover on this side, just because, like I said, there's still a second city on this southern flank here. Okay, so we have the rotation from the north side down to the south by Todd. He's building lights. I think both players have been building lights. He has not properly. He hasn't garrisoned the capital that he's taken from Schnitzi. I'd pull off this flank here. You've only got 4 units. Yes, you have taken the city, but you've also lost one in exchange for that. Nah, this was a mistake. You should have. If you were gonna go for the rotation here and try to defend the south side, you need to just hold on to the capital. Because if you take a capital, if you take a city, sorry, if you really want to play the economic game, you're gonna need to hold it for I think like 3-4 minutes or so, and then after that you gain a massive economical advantage. You have more supply, more funds, and you can at that point, hopefully, if you manage your economy right, you can now deploy more units. Schnitzi is now going for his own offensive across the river on the enemy capital. He's going to push the dot. No, he stops. He stops the push out of the dot. You were pushing him out of the capital. On the south side here, Todd has not been able to recapture his lost city. He's collapsed his forces to try to defend the last city on the south flank here. And he did it. Schnitzi has capped the capital. And now it's too late now. It's too late. The overextension on the north side by Todd, basically, his entire task force has been wiped out. Capital is free for the taking. Todd's forces are getting encircled here. If you want to really try to take this, you gotta approach it from this angle over here, and that's basically the end for the south city. What the hell was this game, man? Oh, a blunder by Schnitzi, but Todd was not capable of capitalizing on his gains. I think he himself got too excited as to like, oh damn, I sniped his capital. Now what am I gonna do now? Um, once the enemy has rotated that much forces to the south side, and you know that he's gonna be, forcing a push on one flank, but you yourself have already planned out and executed offensive on the other side. Don't try to do anything too fancy. Just collapse the defense around your cities and just play it safe. Especially if your micro is like not that good, which in this case, Todd, your micro it wasn't. Yeah, you couldn't have handled what you were trying to do here. Where you were trying to micro things up on the north side and then try and micro things normally down on the south. It doesn't quite work out. What you want to do is that on the south side here, collapse the defense around the cities, make it more less micro intensive on yourself, right? Just create pockets around the cities, let the front line collapse towards you, and then focus fully on the north, and then capitalize on your gains there. That's how I would recommend the next time it occurs to practice on these fundamentals. The game is basically drove at this point. There's not much that Todd can do. His forces have been completely decimated. He's now going to have to retreat out of the south, but it doesn't really matter. Schnitzi has already redeployed his entire army over on the north side, and yeah, there's nothing you can do at this point. It's gone past the point of no return. Let me just speed it up here a little bit, and yeah, that is it. Interesting game. I liked it. I enjoyed this game. Yep. So if you want to send your own replays, you can find me on the official War of Dots Discord. I'll give the link to the website down below where you can then get the link to the Discord. And then just DM me the replay and give me a short description as to what happened and why you think that the battle was interesting. So yeah, thank you for watching.